Buenos días, bienvenidos a mi clase de español de hoy otra vez. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Yo estoy muy bien, como siempre. Como means like or such as sometimes, and siempre means always, and we will look at that in a bit more detail in the coming lessons. Como siempre, like always. Yo estoy muy bien como siempre. ¿Y tú? ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué tal? Bueno, ahora, so, now, ahora, now, bueno, ahora, so, now, vamos a repasar. We are going to revise. Vamos a repasar. Vamos a, we are going to. Repasar, repass, or revise. It's very important, guys, that we look back at stuff all the time because you're going to forget it otherwise. And by constantly looking back at the same things, the language starts to stick. What can you remember? Pause me, have a look at the list of verbs down here, these doing words, and have a think. Pause me, come back, and we'll go through them quickly together. Bueno, charlar, char lady, chatting away, to chat, charlar, to chat. Cantar, think of an H in front of that C. Chant, chantar, to sing, like chanting. Empezar is a difficult one. It means to begin or to start. Repasar, we've just seen, it means to revise or to review something. Escuchar, to listen to or to listen. Escuchar. Comer, to eat. Comer, to eat. Aprender, think apprentice, apprenticeship, to learn. Aprender. Vivir, think of that word I've given you in English. It might help. Vivacious, bubbly, lively sort of person. She's very vivacious. She's very bubbly or lively. Vivir, to live. Escribir, chop that E off the front because often when you've got an ES at the beginning of a Spanish word, if you chop the E off, you get something that approximates to English. Scribe, scribble, it's to write. Escribir, escribir. And then we've got the two little phrases that we keep using. Voy a, vamos a is how you say I'm going to. Vamos a, we are going to. Okay, so if, for example, as I said a few lessons back, I'm going to begin or I'm going to start. Voy a empezar. Voy a empezar. If I wanted to say we are going to learn, vamos a aprender. Vamos a aprender. I am going to live in London, for example, and London is Londres in Spanish, Londres. It would be, I'm going to live in London. Voy a vivir en Londres. Voy a vivir en Londres. We are going to chat. Vamos a charlar. Vamos a charlar. I'm going to sing. Hopefully not. Voy a cantar. Voy a cantar. We are going to eat. Vamos a comer. Vamos a comer. I'm going to write. Voy a escribir. Voy a escribir. And so on. So, I hope you're starting to get used to this language. This repetition of it each time will make it stick. So now though, I'd just like to extend the usage of three of these verbs and allow you to make a little phrase or sentence. So let's just have a look at the little phrases I've given you here, and let's pick off some easy words, some short stuff for you to remember. Con is with. Con mi abuelo, with my grandfather. Con mi abuelo. Con mis amigos, with my friends. Con mis amigos. And that leads on nicely to the word mi and mis. This is the word for my, as in my friends, my grandfather, my garden, my house, my car. And whether you use mi or mis depends on whether the thing that is mine, if you like, is plural or in other words, two or more things, or just one, singular. So it will be mi abuelo because there's only one grandfather, mi abuelo, but would be mis amigos because I'm talking about friends plural, with my friends plural, mis amigos. Con mi abuelo, con mis amigos. Next, maybe something that would help, a link to help you remember this word, but comer, we've already seen that that is to eat. And comida here is food. Comer, to eat. Comida, food. And often you get this repetition and sort of similar feel to words having a common theme. So comer, to eat. Comida, food. What room in the house do you think a comedor might be? If comer is to eat and comida is food, where in the house are you if you're in the comedor? You are in the dining room. Okay, so often words have a similar kind of stem, if you like. Deliciosa, easy adjective to recognize that, isn't it? It means delicious, deliciosa. And you can also say rica about food as well. And rica can mean rich, rico, rica, rico, rica. But it's also used to mean delicious in the sense of food. So you could use deliciosa or rica about comida. Why is it deliciosa and not delicioso with an O on the end? Because what are we describing? We're describing comida, food, which happens to be feminine. Look, there's an A on the end of that noun, because that's a noun, a thing. Food is a thing. So comida, we can tell from that A on the end that it's likely to be feminine. Therefore, the describing words that we use about that food, in this case deliciosa and rica, have to be feminine as well. And they've got an A on the end to match. Yeah. Perhaps another easy picking type word here is tostado. Not difficult to guess that that is toast or toasted, literally. And pan is the word for bread. So pan tostado is one way of saying toast. Pan, literally bread toasted. Pan tostado. We've seen mi hermana, which is sister. Look, it's got an A. Hermano with an O is brother. Hermana, sister. Mi hermana, my sister. If I'm talking about un mensaje and be guided by the pictures here, un mensaje, it sounds a bit like message and it means message. Un mensaje a mi hermana. So we've seen the words a, here it is, and we've seen the word de, here's the word de. Do you remember me saying to you, bienvenidos a mi clase de español? So, a mi clase is to my class, de español, of Spanish. So, welcome to my class of Spanish. Which helps us to remember that a means to and de means of. Okay, so let's keep those in mind because they're really important little words and they occur everywhere. So, if we're talking about un mensaje a mi hermana, a message to my sister. Un mensaje a mi hermana. Cumpleaños is birthday in Spanish. Literally, now this is a hard word to remember, which is why I've left it till last, but años are years. And if we think about our word maybe annual, which means yearly, doesn't it? And some people, I don't know whether people still buy them, they probably don't, but when I was young, you used to get given annuals, which were like books, often linked to television series, and you'd get, every year they'd produce an annual, which was a book, all about the year of that television series. So when I was young, it was things like Blue Peter, which I don't know is even whether it's still going, but you'd get the Blue Peter Annual, which was like a book about Blue Peter for that year. But we also know annual salary, don't we, as well? Yearly wages, or annual. Año, un año, just A-N-O with that squiggly on the end. Año is year, años, years. So when you say cumpleaños for birthday, what you're actually saying in Spanish is complete years, complete years. It's that sort of idea. Cumple, complete, años, years. Cumpleaños, cumpleaños. And una tarjeta is a card. And it's a card in the sense of a birthday card, and it's also in the sense of una tarjeta de crédito, for example. Una tarjeta de crédito, a credit card. Okay, so it's card in a few senses. Una tarjeta de cumpleaños is a birthday card, or a card of birthday is how the Spanish say it. Okay, that's pretty much all the language that's on there. So if we just practice that language a little bit, and I will say something in English, you try and work out how you might say it in Spanish. So how, for example, would you say, I chat with my friends in Spanish? Sorry, let's use the whole phrase. So how are you going to say, I'm going to chat with my friends? So you're going to either need voy a or vamos a, and then one of your three verbs here, and a phrase. So how are we going to say, I am going to chat with my friends? So what you will say is voy a, I'm going to, charlar, to chat, con mis amigos, with my friends. Voy a charlar con mis amigos. How are we going to say I'm going to eat toast? How are we going to say I'm going to eat toast? I'm going to eat toast. So it will be, bueno, voy a comer, I'm going to eat pan tostado. Pan tostado, literally bread toasted. Pan is bread. And talking about links, by the way, in terms of words, guys, what sort of shop do you think a panaderia might be? A panaderia. What do you think they might sell there, and what sort of shop is that? Correct. It is a bread shop, or we would know it as a bakery, isn't it? A panaderia. So again, there's all sorts of clues, and you often get two for the price of one with words. If you know the word pan, you saw, and you were in Spain and you saw the sign above a shop saying panaderia, you could guess that that's a bakery. Panaderia. So how are we going to say we are going to write a birthday card? We are going to write a birthday card. We are going to, vamos a escribir una tarjeta de cumpleaños. Vamos a escribir una tarjeta de cumpleaños. Okay, we're going to write a birthday card. How are we going to say we're going to eat delicious food? We're going to eat delicious food. Vamos a comer comida muy deliciosa. Sorry, very delicious food, in fact, because muy is very. Vamos a comer comida muy deliciosa. Or vamos a comer comida muy rica. It means the same thing. Rica, deliciosa, when it's connected to food, rica means delicious as well. I am going to chat with my grandfather. Voy a charlar con mi abuelo. Voy a charlar con mi abuelo. I'm going to chat with my grandfather. I'm going to write a message to my sister. I'm going to write a message to my sister. Okay, voy a escribir un mensaje a mi hermana. I'm going to escribir, to write, un mensaje a mi hermana. I'm going to write I'm going to write a message to my sister. Okay, we'll stop there with that because we will revisit this slide and we'll practice these a few times until you're super confident with the language that's in here. Now, hoy no llevo una gorra. No llevo una gorra. Gone. Pero, Yo llevo hoy gafas de sol. Gafas de sol. Aquí. Gafas de sol. Which means, well, gafas are glasses or spectacles in old language. Gafas are glasses generally, as in the things you wear on your face. De is of. We've seen this just a short while ago, so knowing the word de is really helpful. Gafas de sol. Sol is the word for sun in Spanish, and easy to remember because what words in English would help us remember the word sol for sun? Think about panels for a start. Solar panels. Okay, so solar, sol, sun. Gafas de sol, literally glasses of sun is how they say it. Y yo llevo hoy, I'm wearing today, my, and look, it's gafas, so it's glasses, isn't it? Sunglasses. So it's not me, it's mis for my. Mis gafas de sol, my sunglasses. And this here is the colour of mis gafas de sol. And rojo, R-O-J-O, rojo is the word for red in Spanish. And again, I'm just pointing out these little grammatical things to you as we go along. If you don't get them first time round, don't worry, because I will bore you to tears by reminding you about these things. We've just looked at this, haven't we? So when we talk about my sunglasses, that we're talking about plural. Glasses are naturally plural, aren't they? So if I described them as red, here's my adjective, my describing word. They have to have an S on that. That adjective has to have an S as well, pluralizing it. So the whole thing is mis gafas de sol rojos. My red sunglasses. Llevo, I am wearing. Hoy, today. Son muy elegantes, ¿no? Claro. Son muy elegantes. They are very elegantes, smart. ¿No? And no is the question when you want to sort of encourage somebody to agree with you. ¿No? You agree? Kind of thing. Es un look muy guay. Yo creo que, I believe that. Es un look muy guay. Where guay is cool. Guay is cool. Muy bien. Es un look muy de moda. Now, moda means fashion. So if you wanted to talk about the subject of fashion, your word is moda. La moda is fashion. When I say de moda, literally it means of fashion. So if I'm saying es un look muy de moda, it means kind of very fashionable. De moda, fashionable. Muy de moda, very fashionable. Es un look muy de moda. Okay? Obviously, I am being un poco irónico. Ironic. Un poco irónico. A little ironic. Entonces, so, ¿por qué llevo gafas de sol hoy? ¿Por qué llevo gafas de sol hoy? ¿Por qué? Two words. Why? ¿Por qué? With an accent. You might remember from last time I did say to you that all the main question words in Spanish, like when, where, who, why, when, what, all have an accent on them somewhere. So por qué, as it happens, is two words, but note that accent on the E in the written form. That tells you that's a question very likely. So por qué, why? Llevo. Por qué llevo? Why I am wearing gafas de sol hoy? Why am I wearing sunglasses today? Just before I go on to answer that question, other things to start noting is the word es is really easy because it's the word for is in Spanish. It is, he is, she is es in Spanish. Son is plural are, or they are. So when I say son muy elegantes, no, I'm saying they are very smart, aren't I? Meaning my gafas de sol. Gafas de sol son muy elegantes. So we've got is and are, es and son, es and son. Entonces, bueno, voy a explicar. So, voy a explicar I am going to explain por qué llevo gafas de sol hoy, why I'm wearing sunglasses today. Y vamos a hablar del tiempo. We are going to, hablar. Blah, 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 blah means to speak or to talk. Hablar, blah, 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 blah. We're going to speak of the weather. De el tiempo. Okay, day of. El tiempo is literally the weather. So you might be spotting that el is one of the words in Spanish for the. El tiempo. And tiempo is masculine. Look, it's got an O on the end. So it's a very good bet that tiempo, weather, it's a noun, it's a thing, weather, isn't it? Is masculine. And it is. So el tiempo is the weather. You also might remember that I crossed out de el because the Spanish don't like it. And what they do is they kind of push that lot together and it becomes del. Vamos a hablar del tiempo. Entonces, we can start our sentences or what we're about to say with these little words like entonces, so, bueno, well, or so. They don't really have any meaning. It's just a way of expressing yourself or sort of filler words, I suppose. They don't carry any meaning, but they make you sound more natural when you speak. Entonces, so, ¿por qué llevo gafas de sol hoy? And you can probably answer this question now. Remember por qué, 2 words with an accent, question why. Por qué sounds exactly the same, but it's 1 word and no accent, means because, and they sort of go together very naturally, don't they? Por qué, why, and back you come with por qué, because. Why is such and such true? Por qué, because. So it's 2 sides of the same coin, really. Question and your natural response. So, ¿por qué llevo gafas de sol hoy? ¿Por qué hoy? Because today, well, what do we think, guys? Hace calor, hace frío, hace viento or viento, hace sol. I would probably be tempted to use 2 of these weather expressions in order to answer this question. So, what do we think? Okay, this is what I think. Llevo, I'm wearing, llevo gafas de sol hoy. Porque hoy, because today. I'm wearing sunglasses today because today hace calor. It's hot. Remember calories. We burn calories, don't we? So calor is to do with hot. So our little picture here is hace calor. Hace calor. Do not pronounce the H. It's not hace or hace, it's hace. Hace calor. Y, imagine the little word Y written down. Just our letter Y means and. Porque hoy hace calor y, more importantly, más importante, hace sol. Hace sol. It makes sun. Okay, we hadn't seen that before. So, llevo gafas de sol hoy. I'm wearing sunglasses today because today, porque hoy hace calor y hace sol. It makes hot and it makes sun. In other words, it's hot and it's sunny is how we would say it in English. Okay? Muy bien. And do you remember the other 2 get out of jail expressions that I told you to try and remember? If you, particularly for the exams, if you can only remember 2 weather expressions, these will get you out of trouble. Hace buen tiempo, hace mal tiempo. Hace buen tiempo, it makes good weather. Hace mal tiempo, it makes bad weather. So if we wanted to sort of say even more, we could say, llevo gafas de sol hoy. I'm wearing sunglasses today. Porque hoy, because today. Hace calor, it's hot. Hace sol, it's sunny. Y hace buen tiempo, and it's good weather. Y hace buen tiempo. Excelente. Now, trying desperately to keep this to the half an hour mark, I want to today go on to something else that's really a little bit new. Many of you know your numbers already, but if you don't, we're going to just have a quick reminder of the numbers 1 to 10, but to look at the expression más menos, these two words. I know I say everything's important, and this is super important. Más means more, menos means less. Okay, so we can use this expression right off the cuff, because más or menos literally means more or less. So in the same way that we say more or less when we mean approximately in English. So if you wanted to say, oh, yesterday I ran 10 kilometers, more or less, approximately, the Spanish use the same structure, más o menos, más o menos. Ayer corrí 10 kilómetros más o menos, for example, por ejemplo. And we can also use it for math, to do a little bit of basic maths, and that's probably quite a good way of practicing your numbers 1 to 10. So we'll do that now. So I'm going to give you a sum to do in your head. In fact, let's do these two first because they're written and it will be easier for you. Okay? So, looking at our numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I said 2 más 4 es, so 2 plus 4, okay, más is more, but it also means sort of plus as well in maths terms. So 2 plus 4 is, ¿qué es? 2 más 4 es, en español, in Spanish, es el número 6 aquí. 6 aquí. If I said 10 menos 9, so that's 10 minus 9 is, entonces, 2 menos 9 es, en español, in Spanish, el número 1. Okay? So, see if you can do these with me just speaking the numbers, because it's good for you to listen to the numbers, and then if you're actually using them to do some very basic maths, it will help you to remember them. So if I said to you, for example, we'll do them in pairs. No, let's do them one at a time. If I said to you, 5 más 3, 5 más 3, ¿qué es? 5 más 3. En español, in Spanish. 5 más 3. Bueno. So the answer is, la respuesta es 5 más 3 es el número 8, ¿no? Aquí, 8. Aquí means here. 5 más 3 es 8. Next one. How are we going to do this one? Sí. 2 más 8 es. 2 más 8 es. 2 más 8 es. Y entonces 2 más 8 es 10. 10. 2 plus 8 is 10. 2 más 8 es 10. El próximo, the next one. Okay. 7 menos 3 es. 7 menos 3 es. 7 menos 3 es. Y la respuesta, the answer, 7 menos 3 es 4. Aquí, 4. So it was 7 minus 3, 4 is 4. 7 menos 3 es 4. Muy bien. El próximo. 1 más 8. 1 más 8. 1 más 8. Bueno, la respuesta. 1 más 8, 8 es 9. Es 9, 9. 1 más 8 es 9. Perfecto. Uno más. One more. 6 menos 6 menos 3. 6 menos 3 es. 6 menos 3 es. 6 menos 3 es. So, 6 minus 3, 6 menos 3 es 3, ¿no? 3. 6 menos 3 es 3. Uno más. One last one. One more. 7 menos 5. 7 menos 5. 7 menos 5 es. 7 menos 5 es. And la respuesta, the answer, 7 menos 5, so 7 minus 5, es 2, ¿no? 7 menos 5 es 2. 7 menos 5 es 2. Muy bien. So that's probably suficiente para hoy. That's enough for today, certainly on numbers. There were other things that I wanted to get onto today, but we are kind of out of time. We've hit the 30-minute mark, and I think that is enough for today. Next lesson, and things I've got, that I want to look at are a revision of colours, and we're also going to look at clothes as part of this particular theme, and we will be looking at things like ASOS in Spanish and Nike, the Nike website in Spanish, to help us to understand clothes vocabulary. I haven't forgotten about our original mission, which we are kind of working towards. Where are we? If I can just show you. So this is the sort of language we're trying to build up to doing, and I'm taking it slowly because I want you to understand in a bit of depth the language behind these phrases. So we looked at I think I'm a very good looking and nice person last time round, and the next sort of sentence we'll be trying to form with confidence is, in addition, I'm quite funny, but sometimes I can be a bit bossy. I'm slim but not very tall. So we'll be building up to that probably in the next lesson. In fact, definitely in the next lesson. Don't forget to look at my music videos that I've posted in my channel. I do watch quite a lot of music videos in Spanish and from Latin America as well, like Mexico and so on. And there's some pretty bad ones, I've got to say. So the stuff that I'm posting up, the music videos that I'm putting up, are videos that I think you will enjoy. They've got they're good songs, and also in many cases the lyrics are not too difficult for you to understand, particularly as we progress with our Spanish. That's it for today. Hasta luego. Hasta la próxima vez. Until the next time. Adios.